Your boy Bobby, back at it, HL Supply. Today we're going to be working on a Honda GX carburetor. This can go for the models from 120, 160, 200, 240, 270, 340, 390. What happens over time when the machine sits for a while, sometimes the carbs gob up, they don't want to run properly, or maybe have a slow start, or maybe they won't start at all. We're going to show you a real easy trick to keep the maintenance going and keep your machine running at top notch. Okay, our tools for today's project is going to be a 10mm socket wrench and a basic flathead screwdriver. To get started on our project today, at the top of the bowl here, we'll use our socket wrench. We'll set that right there. That removes. And it exposes the inside of the carburetor. Right here. That is the gasket. We'll set that off to the side. Inside of the carburetor is where the jet is. We'll go ahead and we can take that off. That's where your flathead screwdriver is going to come into play. And you want to make sure not to damage the inside of the thread. And out comes the jet and the nozzle. And our next step in the project, we're going to remove the pin so we can get the float out. And then the float comes out. Okay, now that we have our kit, we're ready to rebuild the carburetor. You may have to use carburetor cleaner to get inside all of the different ports and whatnot. Just depending on how your project may be, it may require extensive cleaning, it may not. But for demonstration purposes today, we're not going to use the carb cleaner. We're just going to rebuild our carburetor. We start with the nozzle, the skinny end in first. You slide that back in there. And then next, you want to put your jet back in, the end with the flathead slot. And remember, be gentle. You don't want to mess up the threads on the inside. And it stopped. Next comes the float, and that's where the needle and spring will be reinstalled. You have to move the spring down just a little bit, and it slides back on. Once that's in place, the pin slides in from this side, line up. And that's in place. And then we'll put the gasket. You want to make sure that that ends up in the grooves. Gasket in the groove. And replace the bolt. We'll take the bolt, replace the bolt. Make sure that it is replaced firmly. This has been your boy Bobby, and today we rebuilt our carburetor, a simple project, and we just wanted to recommend for you, when your machine's going to be sitting for the winter or you're not going to use it for a little while, it's a good idea to run some Startron through it. The Startron stabilizes the gasoline, it removes the carbon, the gum, and varnish. It helps rejuvenate. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up.